Okay, so this is one of the the effect I want to achieve at the end of this exercise. So let's see how to make it. Okay, so starting from 0, basically what I need is a selection of the chair. I've done this using the pen tool in this way, but it's not mandatory. If you want to use the polygonal lasso tool, you can even do it. It takes a little attention, a little time to exactly follow the curved line, and you can follow the shape of the chair. Again, just remember, in case you get, let me just close this very quickly. In case you can use this button over here, this one add extra selection to your selection in this moment. Let's see how this works. This one remove part of the selection which is maybe is not actually needed, so you can create the whole. So you can go ahead doing your selection in the way you want. My recommendation is to go through the whole external outline of the chair and then do the hole in the center. Okay, so this is not okay, almost there. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. So here I have the selection of the chair. What's matter now, it's truly important to save the selection. So you can name the channel like chair 1 whole chair probably, because, but it's okay, chair 1 is fine. Okay, so what's matter here? So in the channels, okay, this is the previous one. So this one, the one that I have. So I'm happy with this. I have this whole. Okay, good. So I can go ahead. Okay, now that I have the chair already selected and saved, I can start apply the color or the texture I want. Let's start with basic color. The point is to create a brand new layer. Let's say can be any color, one. Here we go. So then what's happened? It's happened that using the brush tool, this one, the shortcut is B, you can start apply the color over the chair. This color is really dark. Let's find another one maybe. Let's do orange. Okay, you can start apply the orange color, and you can apply this color over the chair if you want. I'm doing this very roughly, very quickly. Okay, and this is the thing. Then, if you want, you may decide to apply some highlights. So you can create a new layer on top of this. You can go to white or a light color, maybe you can reduce the opacity, you can reduce the flows, and then you can brush on here in order to see that there are some, okay, maybe here, maybe just a little over here, so the chair becomes a little more alive. Okay. In the same way, you may decide to make some darker spots over the section. Also, yeah, so you can call these lights, and then you can create also some darker spots if you want. Another layer, shadows. Here we go, maybe under this. In this case, will be a good idea to have just the selection of the area in which you want to apply the darkest spot, or yeah, so it's better. So let me go back here for a second. I want to deselect all this part of the chair over here. In this moment, I'm removing chunks of the selection. Okay. So why I'm doing this? Because I want to have the shadow that to go only and precisely over the shadowed areas. Okay, and then over here. So I am removing the areas. Maybe, yeah, shadow can go here, can go here. Okay, maybe it's a good idea to save also this selection. And then using, I can go back to the original color, getting this is the eyedropper, and then maybe I want to go to something which is a little darker, no, not little, actually darker. Then B to get the brush. Maybe I can reduce the brush, and then here I can paint over the can have a little stronger coverage. Okay, in this case here I need to have a smaller brush. I think that there is, okay, a little of white, yes, over here, so I will cancel. Okay, so I have the lights, I have the shadows, and the image on top. The image, you can see the image because the image has been set to multiply and has been. Okay, of course, in case you're not happy with the overall nuance, let's say color 1 is not the color you want, you may ask for an adjustment layer. Hue saturation is the easiest of all. In this case, you can adjust the color of the chair. You can get more saturated, more gray, more dark, or more light. Maybe you need to adjust the lights and the shadow accordingly with this. So you may decide, let's say I want to have like a more bluish, okay, a little more crisp color. So you can change the color in any moment. Of course, if you want to preserve the original image, the original color, maybe you can do a color variation. You can remove the hue saturation level, save as a copy this image, or like export as a PNG. But remember, PNGs doesn't have any layers, so no. Sometimes it's not a good idea, but in case. And then you can turn on and off this option. Okay, so now just to finish, I want to try to apply a texture, the wood texture. So in this moment, let me pack all together color one, use saturation all together, layer, new group from layer. I can call this like color one test. Okay, so everything here. This is the old exercise done myself. I will show you how to make it. So in this moment, I have here this wood. I'm going to select all. I want to take the whole selection, edit copy, and then edit paste. So the image it's here. It's not the only option, this one, to import an image to Illustrator, but this is the fastest. As you can see, the size of the wood is huge compared to my chair. I'm zooming out, and as soon as I do Ctrl T, you will see the dimension. It's big as this. So using the move tool, wow. So here I'm moving this guy over here, and I can reduce the size of this, or I can reduce in a specific dimension. You have here W and H, 48%, I can say 25, for example, and probably even better, even smaller. Okay. And then I can approve it. Okay, so this is the wood texture do not use. I'm saying do not use because I want to copy this layer many times, because I need at least 3 different layers. So I'm bring this down here. There is another, the old one. I'm removing just not to make you confused. Okay, so here the first thing is the easiest. I want to do the seat. So I want to duplicate this layer. Okay, I can call this seat. Okay, I'm hiding this one just to make sure. So about this seat, I want to rotate a little, Command T to rotate a little the direction of the fibers. Here we go. And then I can go to Select menu, load selection, and computer say which selection? Chair 1. And then clicking on this button, I'm going to create a layer mask and hide the part of the wood which is not inside the chair. So the fiber here looks totally straight. I want to bend a little to simulate this curvature. So I can go to the Edit, Transform, Warp. Okay, the warp command creates this sort of bending. Oh yeah, there's a mistake over here. Excuse me. I need to unlock this because I don't want to warp the shape of the chair, just the texture. So again, Edit, Transform, Warp. Here we go. So in here, I want to have the grain of the wood to be bended. Looks bended. Even too much now. Okay. I can approve it. Okay, of course, now looks a little strange, but in reality, I'm just watching the seat. So I want to hide the rest of the chair. I don't need it. I can click on the layer mask, get the brush tool. This time, painting by black. I can ask the computer to hide this part over here. I'm not erasing the texture of the wood, I'm just hiding. Okay, I will take care of the legs and the back later. Okay, one is done. Step number 2, again, duplicate this guy over here. This will be the back. Okay, back. About the back, Command T, I want to rotate and makes the dimension, the direction of the fiber more compliant, more similar to the overall perspective. Enter. Again, same story, select load selection. Which selection? Chair number 1 and create the layer mask. Okay, this looks cool. As you can see, the fiber of the back now are also over the seat. So I go to the back and I want to hide. Okay, this thing over here. Okay, this is pretty good. And maybe about the maybe about the legs, because here unfortunately the color looks really different. But maybe I can fix this later. Okay, so the back is done, and now again duplicate layer, front legs. Here we go. Command T to rotate. Okay, then select load selection, and then again layer mask. And now I just want to hide this stuff over here, this stuff over here. I want to leave. Okay, the front legs. But honestly, even the back looks fine, so I could instead legs. Okay, so the concept is to edit the layer mask. Okay, so if this here is too much blonde, it's too much light, I want to make this one a little darker, so I can adjust this color a little. So the only thing I want to change here is the color. It could be fine because maybe the light is hitting the seat, but I want just to make this a little less blonde. So I can go to layer, no adjustment layer. In this case I'm using the curves. Okay, and I want to reduce a little the lightness. Okay, like this. Exactly like this. I'm more happy like this. Yeah, perfect. So basically, let me see my okay, curve 1 is fine. Okay, you should be a little careful. If you have these curves here, you see everything gets darker. So I'm bringing this down to the actual layer I want to change. There are also some other options. Maybe we can review this in another tutorial. So I'm happy with this so far. And yes, I just want to add some little extra light and shadows in case. So new layer, and here if I want I may decide to, okay, I can even make a light okay, the light and the shadow from the previous group. I'm showing you here what I have. So basically the color 1 test is partially visible. I remove the color here and just let the lights and the shadow. So this is the whole story for the chair number 1. And yeah, you can repeat the same exercise for the other one. If you want, you can apply fabric on here just to simulate the padded. Okay, we can talk about this in class very soon. Thank you.